Does your child have a huge meltdown the moment you say no? Do they get a brand new toy and lose interest in it almost instantly? Or do they treat any kind of responsibility like it's a personal insult? If any of this sounds familiar, I want you to know this isn't just a phase. These are actually early warning signs of entitlement that a lot of parents miss. Now let's be clear. Most parents don't set out to raise spoiled children. In fact, these behaviors usually develop quietly, often through acts of love, for convenience, or with the very best intentions. And because they don't seem like a big deal at first, they're often ignored until the entire household feels completely out of balance. Here on the Psycho Nurse, we look at parenting and child behavior through the lens of psychology, mental health science, and real-world caregiving insight. There's no blame, no shame, and no extreme advice here. By the end of this video, you'll be able to clearly tell the difference between typical child behavior and the subtle patterns that quietly build a sense of entitlement. So let's dive into the first sign, when boundaries feel like personal attacks. One of the absolute clearest signs shows up when you try to set a boundary. A simple limit, like less screen time, waiting a bit before buying something new, or following a house rule, is met with an intensely emotional reaction. Your child acts as if some great injustice has happened to them. This usually develops when boundaries have been inconsistent or treated as negotiable in the past. Over time, children learn that if they just persist, escalate their emotions, or have a loud enough reaction, they can get the decision overturned. So to them, a boundary doesn't feel like helpful structure, it feels like a personal threat. The second sign is when gratitude starts to fade away. You'll notice that gifts lose their excitement very quickly. Kindness toward other people becomes inconsistent or rare. Good things are just expected, not appreciated. This isn't just about being rude. It's about how they perceive value. When comfort, toys, or other rewards are constantly used to smooth over any discomfort, children learn to focus only on what they receive, not the love or effort behind it. Over time, entitlement quietly pushes gratitude aside, and very often, empathy starts to fade right along with it. The third sign is that responsibility becomes optional. Things like chores, homework, or simple contributions to the household start to feel like a negotiation. The child resists any responsibility and acts like it's something they can just say no to. This often happens when adults step in too quickly to handle things just to keep life moving smoothly. While that might seem helpful in the moment, it accidentally teaches children that things just happen magically, without any effort. As they get older, this mindset can easily spill over into school, friendships, and eventually, their work life. Now, if you're noticing some of these signs in your own child, I want you to hear this. It does not mean you have failed as a parent. It just means you're aware, and awareness is the real turning point. Parenting isn't about being perfect. It's about adjusting patterns early enough to restore balance, structure, and a sense of emotional safety. The truth is, children actually thrive when expectations are clear and consistent. If this video helped you reflect on things without feeling judged, please subscribe to the Psycho Nurse for more psychology-based parenting and mental health education. Because understanding behavior is always the first step to changing it. Thanks for watching.